You're listening to 88.1 KDPS. This is Misty. Aaron is sick tonight. Keep listening. I got a couple interesting stories, including one where a dog ate off his owner's toes. Well, keep it listening. You're listening to Misty on 88.1 KDPS. And I have to get to this other story before the one with the dog. I just saw that in London, a judge rugby tackled a man because he was trying to flee the court. A 60-year-old judge ran after a 30-year-old man and tackled him right in the middle of court. The thought of somebody trying to take off in the middle of being tried is hysterical, and then the fact that the judge just got up and grabbed him right before he even got to the judge's exit is amazing. So definitely, if you're planning on doing anything illegal, don't do anything even more illegal, because it'll come right back at you. Alright, keep on listening, 88.1 KDPS. Hey, you're on with Misty 88.1. It is 10:35, and after I read that story about how the judge tackled somebody coming out of the courtroom because he didn't want to finish being prosecuted, I found another story of a robber in Portland, Oregon, who broke into a house. And when he heard the owner come home, he was afraid that the owner would have a gun, so he called the police on himself, saying that there was an intruder in the house, pretending to be the owner. And so at the same time, while he's locked himself in the closet, the owner has now come in with his 2 German shepherds and tried to get the guy out of the closet, and so the owner has now called the police, saying that there's an intruder in the house. So you've got one instance of somebody running away after they've already been caught, another person who's scared of being caught, and then shot on top of that. He decided to stay in. These 2 stories are just, like, hysterical. I cannot believe. And they look like they even happened today, which is amazing. So I do want to apologize. I don't know if I said before, Aaron is sick tonight. I'm not feeling that well. He has a fever, though, and the flu, so he needs to stay away. I don't want to catch what he's got. I just don't feel that great. I might be speaking a little bit weird tonight. I saw the dentist earlier. I don't know if there's any other way that they could clean my teeth without making me feel like I'm listening to Nails on a Chalkboard for that 45 minutes I was in the chair. I hate it. I hate it. They need to think of something else. I can't believe we've gone this far and it's still metal against teeth, and that's the most effective way of cleaning them. It's horrible. Horrible. I don't know how anybody else handles it. I know that there's some people who for some reason think going to the dentist is awesome. I am not that person. Alright, well, keep listening. Hopefully I don't mumble too much. It's 88.1 KDPS with Misty. Hey guys, you're back with Misty. It's 88.1 KDPS. Aaron is sick tonight, so it's just me. I'm at the controls. I don't really know how great this is going, but I guess we'll see. So I started off the night saying that I had a story about a dog who ate the toes off of his owner. He ate 3 of them precisely, and apparently this is something that dogs do. They instinctually eat dead, rotting flesh off of, ones that they want to care for. I guess there was a Illinois family where there was a 10-year-old's left foot that was not on while she was sleeping last December. So this is not an uncommon thing, but it's still really, really bizarre. The reason that they said that the dog ate the owner's 3 toes was because he suffers from diabetes. So, of course, he wouldn't be able to feel it, so at least he wasn't, suffering from pain of any kind, because the dog did it while he was sleeping. But he was able to go to the hospital, get him reattached. He probably would have lost them anyway. Being a diabetic, that's something that can kind of happen. But it's just, he said that everybody's doing fine, and the 61-year-old man was okay with everything, and unfortunately they put the dog up for adoption. He said he's going to go find a good home for it. It's like, this dog just tried to save your life, even if it was a little bizarre. Alright, keep it listening to 88.1. This is Misty. Hey, you're listening to 88.1. You're on with Misty. Again, Aaron is sick tonight. Poor guy, he has a fever and the flu right now. So that was just Tighten Up by the Black Keys. It's getting to be about that time where we should all be going to bed. It's 11:10. And I know for sure I have a tough time getting up in the morning after I get out of here at midnight. My first class is at 10 a.m. So there is a school in Boston, though, a public school, who's found a solution for all these tardy students. And their solution is to have a robocall. Like how we have here if there's ever something going on where there's an immediate change of plans as far as school goes, like snow, floods, that sort of thing, we get a phone call from an automated machine saying that here's the change. Well, at 6:15, the first class starts at 7:45. At 6:15, the students that are most tardy will be getting a phone call from their principal, an automated phone call, reminding them that they need to be at class and they need to be at class on time. They're hoping to boost their attendance rate from 88% to at least 95%. And this is a school in Massachusetts. Apparently they've already done this in New York, where they use the voice of Magic Johnson to make these phone calls. I don't really understand how this whole thing works, because it's a machine doing it. If a machine calls me, I just hang up. Usually there's like a 2-second delay. I'm just a quick click right down. And then the next thing is, where are they calling these students? Are they calling them on the parent's cell phone? Most people don't really have a home phone anymore. And if they do have a home phone, are the students really going to be picking it up? Or, I mean, maybe they're calling these students on their cell phone. And again, if I hear just a 2-second delay, I just hang up. So I'm wondering what these phone calls, if they're actually effective. I mean, they use them in New York, and Massachusetts seems to be adapting it. So, it's got to do something right. But yeah, no, this will be interesting to see if this actually takes on or not. All right, well, keep it listening. 88.1, hopefully you all can wake up on time. Hey, you're on 88.1 with Misty. It is 11:23. It's getting pretty late. I was just looking at, we have spring break coming up. I know for sure I'm going on the choir tour. Just wondering what everybody else is doing. I have a Twitter that we've been using, and we completely forgot to mention it, so I'm going to mention it now. So if you guys have anything you want to offer to either me or Aaron, you can follow me at @InvisiblePen on the Twitter account. It's InvisiblePen, one word. All right, keep it listening. Hey, you're on with Misty at 88.1 KDPS. It is 11:40 now. Oh my goodness, it's getting so late. And I hope it's still not snowing. I haven't even mentioned the weather because I was so frustrated that it was snowing in the first place. So I'm just going to pretend it didn't happen and then move on. So you would have to be living under even more than a rock to not have heard about the whole Charlie Sheen thing. I am almost not connected to the media. The only thing that keeps me connected is the radio and the internet. And usually as soon as I hear about a celebrity freak out, I just turn it right off. So there's almost no way that anybody else has been able to miss this if I haven't been able to avoid it. There's a California company, two gentlemen have created an energy drink called Tiger Blood, and it's in a pouch that looks like if you got your blood taken, that particular type of pouch, that's what it's in. And it says Tiger Blood Energy Potion. It's got a B on it, and it's labeled as buy winning, as another statement that Mr. Sheen has said. And there's even more details that go into it, and it's an energy drink that looks like it has alcohol in that as well. It just, my whole issue with this is we shouldn't be looking to make profit off of somebody's downfall. He is not okay, and it's not something that we should even be paying attention about. I think the first statement that I heard out of Charlie Sheen's mouth, and I cannot find the link for this whatsoever anymore, it was on some sort of stumble upon. If any of you guys can find it, please let me know. My Twitter is @InvisiblePen. But he made a statement at first when people heard that he was going back on the not so good stuff, saying, there's, the economy's down, there's issues with work, prices are gone up, food prices have gone up, there's, riots and revolutions going on all around the world, and the thing that we're looking at is whether or not he's still hooked on drugs. So that statement was kind of where he should have just stopped making statements, or where we should have just stopped listening. We should have taken that and just walked on. But now we've gotten to the point where I've seen many drinks be created inspired by this, but this is somebody who's actually not just selling it, making it in a bar as a funny joke, but they're selling it out in the public. It's $3.99 for a pouch, and it's started in Santa Monica, California. For me, this breaks my heart a little bit that we're taking somebody who has a problem, who has an addiction, who has a disease, and we are thinking it's hilarious, it's a joke, and something that can be profited on as something catchy. So I know I just took it way serious, but just think about that and whether or not we should even be mentioning the name. I really was trying to avoid it, but I know that I can't. So keep it listening here, 88.1. We got some more music coming up for you. Hey, you're on 88.1 KDPS with Misty. Aaron's sick tonight, and I'm actually about to head home here pretty soon. I did want to leave you with the video that we like to leave you guys with. I know I just said that twice, but again, I'm about to head home. I wasn't feeling that well today either. Aaron just got lucky. All right, so the video, you want to go to YouTube, and the 3 words you need are death metal rooster. And the one that I found that was the best was uploaded by a liquid cow, and his screen name is all one word. It's a liquid cow. But the video is called Death Metal Rooster. It is hysterical. It is probably the funniest 30 seconds I've seen online in a while. And it's just a rooster screaming, and somebody put the best backup music behind it. It's hysterical. I love it. All right, guys. Well, drive safe in the snow and have a good night.
It's currently 10:27 and 21 degrees outside, and I'm Aaron. I'm here with Misty, and we were just reading a story about Taco Bell. Taco Bell is being sued for not using all-season beef. Isn't that what you were telling me, Misty?
Yeah, it started out saying a California woman, but it's actually a law firm is suing Taco Bell. About 6 of them are claiming that Taco Bell isn't using actual beef. They're using too little beef to consider it their seasoned beef. They've listed products such as wheat, oat, soy lactin, anti-dusting agents, autolyzed yeast extract, modified cornstarch, sodium phosphate, and they courteously tossed in there some beef and seasonings.
It's crazy that you get all that for about 89 cents.
I know. And like I said the other day, like I seriously mowed down on the $5 box plus a whole other meal of some Taco Bell between me and a friend. So now I'm just like, what did I eat?
Yeah, you ate $5 worth of dust cleaner and everything like that. That's gross.
Taco Bell, though, retaliated saying that they are actually using seasoned beef. The AP released a statement saying, at Taco Bell, we buy our beef from the same trusted brands you find in the supermarket. I don't really know how well that makes me feel.
How that's really different? Yeah, you couldn't use a little better comparison. Okay.
But yeah, so they're throwing back a countersuit against the allegations. The original suit isn't actually asking for money from Taco Bell. They're just asking them to advertise appropriately. But Taco Bell looks like they're seeming
so more to kind of get a message out that it's gross and it's not what they say it is. Yeah, that is disgusting. Oh, and speaking of restaurants, were you telling me about a Flava Flav restaurant?
Oh my God, in Iowa. Where is this at again?
Clinton, Iowa.
Clinton, Iowa. Flava Flav is opening his first ever restaurant. He is opening Flava Fried Chicken.
FFC.
Yes, FFC. He said, your boy Flava Flav is coming and you better watch out. That was his response to Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, I think hasn't the Colonel passed on?
Yes, yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah. But, he even released a statement to the Clinton Herald newspaper saying that he's ready to work the fryer. I want to take a road trip.
Yeah.
This needs to happen.
We need to go see this.
Of course.
That's amazing.
Oh, that'd be so great.
Colonel Sanders is going to be rolling in his grave. All right. Well, up next for you, we've got Blink-182 with I Miss You. Keep on listening to 88.1 KDPS. Everybody, you're listening to KDPS 88.1. That was A Day to Remember with a cover of the phrase Over My Head. Some hot news for you. that was so lame. Some hot news for you with the cold weather. Try typing in fire and dog into Google News, and you will find about 4 different stories. We're going to tell you about a couple of them right now. The first of which involved a 19-year-old. Keep in mind he's 19 years old. A 19-year-old from Ohio, who was looking for his TV remote underneath his bed and used a lighter to find it, lit up the mattress, and the whole house went up in flames. Yeah,
they were fortunately able to get everybody out of the house. For some reason, the family thought it was smart enough to open all the doors and windows on their way out, thinking that it would put out the fire. And, of course, the whole house went completely in flames, but their 3 dogs didn't make it out.
Oxygen doesn't put out fires?
No, it really doesn't.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, off of dog, I guess, we go to another lady South Carolina. She was from South Carolina, and her cousin's dog
Her nephew's pit bull.
Her nephew's pit bull. I apologize. Her nephew's pit bull was chewing on her Bible, and so she thought that it was a devil dog, and so she wrapped an electrical cord around its neck and then tied it up in a tree, and when it wasn't completely dead, she still burned the rest of it.
And she was set for, she had a bail posted, but nobody actually went in to get her, so she's still in jail, and she'll remain in jail, and she could face to 180 days to 5 years in prison if she's convicted, which I think she will be.
I think she will be, too.
That's a little extreme.
That is pretty extreme. It doesn't surprise me at the same time. I mean, it's shocking, but it doesn't surprise me because there are people that are fanatics like that do crazy things like that, I guess.
What happens when a dog chews on your sock, then? Like,
oh, gosh. Yeah, why can't a dog just be a dog and chew on things?
You know, they have teeth and stuff.
And then we had one more, right?
Yes. After all that, we found another similar story. Another 19-year-old set their house on fire because they tried to light a candle that they couldn't reach. So he lit his shoelace using that as a lighter, and later put the shoelace in a wastebasket instead of dipping it to water first, and the wastebasket was full of tissues, caught on fire, tried to use jeans to put it out, and opened a window and put a fan next to it, which of course, you know, just made the problem 1,000 times worse, and his house went up as well.
All sorts of good ideas.
Yes. No one was hurt. He's not expected to face any charges, but that is insane. 19 years old catching your house on fire. Two 19-year-olds.
The common sense.
Oh,
I mean,
my goodness.
I was trying to picture how the shoelace scenario actually happened. Was it like a lasso, like he couldn't reach, so he lit it and threw it, or was he dipping it like in the candle? That's what I
Well, it
didn't
seems
understand.
like he, you know, did what he needed to do, but the fact that he just threw it in a wastebasket, you know, cotton, it's wrapped cotton, so the inside could still be hot and still contain heat in the embers, so he probably just looked at the outside and was like, well, it's out, tossed it in the wastebasket, which is just not always. I even put my own matches in water. I'm a little paranoid, I'm not going to lie, so yeah, that's kind of a smart idea.
Yeah, I lit a candle today with a Q-tip because I couldn't reach it and put it underwater, and then it's out.
Yeah,
then
exactly.
You throw it away.
Do not put a fan next to it or open windows. Please, if you have a fire.
Yeah,
like,
so just
don't
everybody knows. Don't open your windows with a house fire. Just get out.
Yep.
All right, well, keep on listening to 88.1 KDPS. And up next for you, I've got The Doors with Peace Frog.
Hey, this is Misty and Aaron at 88.1 KDPS, Des Moines Shuffle Station. We've got another weird story for you. Aaron found a story of a grand piano found on a sidebar in Miami Bay. So what's up with that?
Oh, yeah, there's a baby grand piano. It's about 650 pounds. That's at least what some of the critics,
experts
was what I was looking for. What the experts are saying. But there's a piano that was found just sitting perfectly on this sandbar in this bay in Miami. And personally, I think like the pictures of it, minus this ugly one that I'm looking at right now, it's kind of beautiful. Like it's like a mark of what humans leave on nature. But anyways, aside from that, yeah, did they say that it comes up with the high tide, or?
I saw two different stories. One said that if the high tide comes in, you can't see it. And then other stories says that it is set on the highest spot of the sandbar so that when the high tide comes in, it doesn't actually go underwater and you still see it.
That's very confusing.
Yeah.
So either it's way up high when the water's down low, or the water just never comes up high enough. I'm confused.
Yeah.
But
it doesn't look like it's been sitting in water for very long as far as like coral, like
right,
life on it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's been harmed very much. It's pretty interesting that it's just sitting out there. And did they say there was a bench, or that
there was a bench at one point? Now it's gone.
Oh, okay. I would think maybe it got taken out by a boat or eventually floated away or something like that.
Right. But the Florida Fish and Wildlife
Conservation?
Thank you. Commission spokesman says the agency is not responsible for moving such items, and he adds that unless it becomes a navigational hazard, the U.S. Coast Guard won't get involved either, as published by the Washington Post, which I think is hysterical. So pretty much it's just going to stay there until it becomes a problem.
Because nobody wants to do the job. And
nobody wants to move 650 pounds worth of musical instruments around.
Yeah. And didn't they say the funniest part was probably how it got down there in the first place? How somebody threw it off of the boat or something?
They're saying that if a resident said that this looks like something that somebody would have done in a divorce, like just to get back at their ex or something. And other experts say that this is 650 pounds worth of equipment. It's not a matter of getting it, like moving it, that's the problem. It would be getting it off the boat without like capsizing it.
Yeah.
So pretty much they would have to say like that somebody just tossed it off. Although it's pretty remarkable that it's actually standing upright. So I don't know how it would even end up like that.
That's pretty interesting. Yeah, and I think you said that there was somebody who lives close by that said they just thought somebody was shooting a music video, and that's why it was there. That's awesome. Yeah, something Kanye West might do. All right, well, next up for you, we've got the Flaming Lips. Keep on listening to 88.1 KDPS. Hey, everybody, that was the Gorillas. You're listening to 88.1 KDPS, Des Moines Shuffle Station. It is 1:20 and 18 degrees out.
Holy little smokies.
Getting colder constantly.
But the weather beacon was red.
What does that mean?
It means warmer weather ahead.
Okay. I didn't know that.
How do you know? I'm not even from Iowa, and I am obsessed with
You're not from Iowa?
I'm not from Iowa.
Where are you from?
To make it easy, I'll say I'm from California.
Okay.
I was raised almost equally in 3 different states.
So when did you get here then?
4 years ago.
Okay.
Yep.
Like the Iowa weather?
I was born in Seattle, so it's not too bad, and then I lived 2 years in Boston before here, and nor'easters I will never do again. So this winter is not so bad compared to a nor'easter, where it's negative 20 and then 60 mile per hour winds.
So it could be much worse right now. Could be. Well, so you were telling me that you watch sports a little bit, so you were following the Super Bowl and everything?
Yes. Go Steelers.
Go Steelers?
Go
okay.
Steelers.
Wow, what side were you on in the Packers and Bears?
The Bears. I like the Bears because they're underdogs. I like the Packers because I did appreciate Favre and his good-natured sportsmanship. He often would fumble balls or not play as hard as he could to let people set records, so or beat personal records for the other player on opposing teams. So he did a lot to me that represented good sportsmanship and the love of the sport. What he's doing now, I don't really understand. But
I think he just officially signed retirement papers. I think that's what I heard.
Okay.
But who knows? That could be another fake out. But a lot of people were very upset about the Packers and the Bears game. And apparently in Chicago, a man wore a Packers tie to his job. He was a car salesman, and he wore it the day after. And his manager, who is it? The head guy, his manager.
It's just manager. Let's go with that.
Anyways, he told him that he was worried that the tie would cause problems because they had done sponsorships with the Bears before, so he gave him 5 chances to take the tie off, and he refused, so he got fired for it. And he says that he was wearing it to honor his late grandmother, who was a big Green Bay fan.
Which, for me, I see both sides of it. I get he wants to wear it in honor, and I get that. I have my terrible towel in my own bedroom, on my window. I totally understand that mentality, and I understand that people should get over it. But look at this story in another place. If this were happening in Boston and somebody was wearing a Yankees tie to work, that person would have been fired. There would have been no news story about it whatsoever. It just would have been what are you doing wearing a Yankees tie?
Right.
You live in Boston.
Right.
So I get both sides of it. I get that Chicago does have they're very into their sports, and they definitely had the rivalry with Green Bay, so I get both sides of it.
And I mean, he was given the opportunity 5 times to take it off before he lost his job. And then, you have to think, not that anybody's grandmother is not worth, being fired over for some reason, but he could have worn that tie anywhere to honor his grandmother, not just at his job.
I think he should have been suspended, not fired. I think fired is a little drastic.
Right.
It's not he went running around stripped naked to anything but the tie and
right.
demanded to wear. He didn't go bananas about it. He just insisted on wearing the tie.
Yeah.
Which he has a pretty decent reason. I don't know if it's legitimate, but he's got a pretty decent reason.
Yeah, it was sentimental, so I guess if that works for him, I guess I hope he gets another job. soon then. So good luck to him, I guess. All right, well, we're going to keep the night going. Keep on listening to 88.1 KDPS. Up next for you, I've got House of Pain with Jump Around. Hey, everybody, that was Led Zeppelin with Thank You. You're listening to KDPS 88.1, The Edge, Des Moines Shuffle Station. Another interesting story for you that's recently happened. In Buenos Aires, Argentina, I believe it was today, witnesses say they saw a woman throw herself from the 23rd story of a Buenos Aires hotel and survive. The woman landed in a sitting position on the roof of a taxi whose driver got out just before impact because he saw a police officer pointing up at the building just at that second. And there was something you were mentioning about the taxi, something different with the taxi?
There was a report saying if this had happened in New York where they use a more, looking for the word, I can't find it in this news story, if they use a more like industrial metal like they do in New York, then there's no way she would have survived, but because in where's that?
In Argentina?
In Argentina,
okay, yes.
They don't build their cars that strong. I'm assuming for crash purposes. Usually a quicker crumbling car saves your life a little bit more. That she was able to, if you can find the picture of this, find it, because it is really impressive. She's almost sitting in the driver's seat, like it's completely crushed in. Driver's side, legs like being held up by the windshield. She looks like she's just being cradled by the car.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
She's in like a lazy boy position.
Pretty much. She fell 23 stories and survived just because this car was able to crumble underneath her.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
It's insane.
And think about being the taxi driver too.
I know. She would have killed him. She would have killed him. There's no way he would have survived.
Do you think she would have killed him and then like she wouldn't have died? Because I mean, even more cushion underneath you, so to speak.
I don't even know. I'm not good at that sort of stuff. I'm looking at this picture. She's literally almost in the driver's seat. Like there's just no way. Like she would have completely killed him. It blows my mind that she survived.
Out of 23 stories, yeah, that's absolutely insane. Not
she
something.
Is, in the hospital intensive care unit, being operated on for multiple injuries, of course.
Hopefully on a ground floor.
Oh yeah, with a locked window.
All right, well, there's a little bit of weird news for you again. And we're going to go to Lucky Boy's Confusion with Ordinary. Keep on listening to 88.1 KDPS. Hey, everybody, that was October Fall with Caught in the Rain. You're listening to 88.1 KDPS. Misty and I are signing off for the night, but I want to leave you with a video that we just laughed at for a long time. What was that called?
Epic Mealtime. It is both amazing, hilarious, and disgusting all at the same time.
So if you're on your way home, definitely go YouTube that, Epic Mealtime.
Maybe not if you're a vegetarian.
No. No, definitely don't do that if you're a vegetarian. But it was pretty hilarious and gross, so if you're up late and you're doing that, just check that out. Yeah. All right. Well, keep on listening to 88.1 KDPS. We'll be back next Tuesday. Hey everybody, that was Katie Groves with Real With Me. You're listening to 88.1 KDPS, Des Moines Shuffle Station. I hope everybody enjoyed their Valentine's Day yesterday, and I also hope that everybody wasn't super sad on that day if they're single, because a ton of people were. I mean, everybody probably saw those Facebook status updates, how they hate this day and everything like that.
Or Happy Singles Awareness Day,
yeah.
Or whatever. Yep.
I mean, love doesn't just come from one person.
Of course.
And not on one day, so why can't we just love everybody else on another day?
Oh.
But with Valentine's Day comes obviously affection and things like that, and apparently over in Thailand there was a kissing competition for couples. Is that right?
Yes, it was to break the Guinness World Record of kissing for over 32 hours, which was originally set in Germany.
32 hours.
Which is, holy cow.
Yeah, that's a long time. That's already like a day and a half.
No, for real. And they cannot break. They can't. They can only drink through a straw while continuing to kiss. And then if they go to the bathroom, contest officials have to be with them, and they still can't break lips.
How much do you love your partner?
For real. Apparently somebody fainted within an hour and a half of starting.
I wonder if that was from, like, suffocation or... Oh, gosh, I don't know. That's weird. I can't imagine drinking through a straw. during that.
While kissing somebody?
Yeah.
I know. And I'm not big on spit of any kind. I just can only imagine after hour 10 what that would be like. Even if you're just sitting there face to face, like something's got to transfer over there, and I just
Misty is not very affectionate. She did not have a super affectionate Valentine's Day like these people did.
No, I did not. And actually, for me, Valentine's Day is my anniversary too. So,
oh, really?
So,
okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like, bummer. I have to celebrate this with her later.
Yep, I have to celebrate this on my Hallmark holiday.
Right.
So the contest winners, they were at 46 hours. Is that right?
Yes, 46 hours, which is almost 2 days.
Yeah,
straight.
2 hours away from 2 days, locked lips. Just think about that. That's...
Can't do you can't eat. The only thing you can do is drink water through a straw.
And
while
go to
kissing.
the bathroom.
Yes, while kissing and people watching.
Yeah. Yeah, those are some awkward things to do while you're kissing and everybody's watching you.
That is some serious dedication.
Yeah, and there were contestant monitors that watched them while they were in the bathroom to make sure that they couldn't... Yeah, so then there's 2 people watching you go to the bathroom while you're kissing somebody else. That seems like a bad night that ended up on Facebook.
Yeah, and on top of that, the bathroom breaks are only available every 3 hours. So imagine if somebody had like a slightly different bladder problem than
if you
the other
really
partner.
have to go.
That would be an issue.
I feel like I'd be that guy that has the thing tied inside my pants with the bottle at the bottom. But that's just me thinking ahead. Yeah.
And an IV to supplement my food. But for them, it was kind of worth it because they won a diamond ring, which is worth about $1,600 in U.S. dollars.
Wow.
And then they also got about $3,200 U.S. dollars in cash. Which,
jeez.
Just for making out for almost 2 days straight, that's what you get. Again, but they didn't eat. So, I mean, for me, yeah, I'd want some compensation for not eating.
Think about if those people were actually one of the 400 people that didn't get a seat in the Super Bowl, and they took that money and went to Thailand and then won all this money again.
Oh, my God, what a lucky break.
Just people winning money. That's all we do is report on people winning money, and we never win anything.
Yes. We've actually got a few other stories tonight about that, and I'm just like, can I get some money for doing something really dumb?
Yeah, if you would like to send us money.
Please.
We are here until midnight.
Yep,
so
I can do a lot of really dumb things.
Feel free. We're good at stupid things.
I probably can't make out for 2 days straight.
Yeah.
No, too much spit. I'm good. Okay.
Yeah, I would get bored past an hour probably. So that's just me. All right. Well, up next for you, we've got some Queen with "Don't Stop Me Now." Keep on listening to The Edge 88.1 KDPS. All right, that was the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones with "Where You Come From." You're listening to 88.1 KDPS. Misty has got a very interesting story about an elderly man who survived 5 days in the desert just by drinking, what was it?
Windshield wiper
Windshield wiper fluid, okay.
Yeah.
I knew it was gross. I just couldn't remember what it was.
It's, another long stretch of people not eating.
Yeah.
This 84-year-old man took a wrong turn in the desert in Arizona, and he realized he made a wrong turn, so he tried to make a U-turn, and he flipped over and ended up in a ditch.
Yikes.
What he did was he tried to get out. He couldn't get out, so he took a piece of chrome, ripped it off the car, and slapped it on top of the roof, hoping that the reflection will catch. And what he did to pass the time was he used car mats to stay warm at night because it was about 30 to 40 degrees at night in the desert. And then he drank windshield wiper fluid.
That is...
that's horrible.
I'm wondering if that was actually in his car or if like he found a way to get it out of the front of his car.
That's the thing is it doesn't say, because I'm just like, that doesn't seem like something you would keep.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he does, but, and what he did to pass the time was he read the car manual from cover to cover, so maybe he figured out a way to bring it up. That
is reason one why I keep Spider-Man comics in my back seat. No lie, there's Spider-Man comics in my back seat.
Yeah, and, like, for him, he said that he learned his lesson as to, not take long trips like that in the desert alone.
Good idea.
And to never drive without water.
Yeah. So he didn't have, like, a cell phone or anything like that?
No, as soon as...
I mean, he must not have.
They said that as soon as he, flipped over, it was basically like his battery died and his car battery died as well.
Oh.
Like, it all happened... They made it sound like it happened really fast. I don't see anything in here that says, anything like that. They had people... There's people searching for him for the full 5 days, and a hiker found him, like, knocked on his window and recognized who he was.
Just knocked on his window.
Yeah. But the mind-blowing part is he drank this for 5 days straight, and that was the only thing he had. And he's in the hospital, they're trying to figure out if anything is wrong, but so far they can't find anything wrong, even though he sat and just drank windshield wiper fluid for 5 days, which is the most mind-blowing part. That
aren't there chemicals in that you would think that could harm you?
Yeah, I mean, personally, I wouldn't want to go chugging down a bottle.
No, me either.
It immediately melts ice, so I really wouldn't want to put that in my body.
Yeah, I guess you do what you can to survive.
But yeah, they said they haven't found anything that's immediately clear that it's done him any harm. They did treat him for kidney damage because he wasn't drinking actual water.
Oh.
That's about it. Which would have happened regardless of the windshield wiper fluid.
Right, because he wasn't drinking any water.
But 85 years old, stranded in a desert.
Oh, that's crazy.
For 5 days, and he survives. He can't get out of his car at all. And the car mats and a car manual from cover to cover is what he used to pass his time.
That man needs to go marry that woman that beat up those robbers.
For real. That'd be like the best old couple ever.
Yeah.
That granny that went swinging at some robbers.
They would just fight crime, survive.
Yes. It would be like Man versus Wild, but with old people. It'd be great.
That would be awesome.
It'd be Man versus Modern Man.
Man versus Old Man? Oh, gosh, we think we're funny. All right.
Late, no one cares.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we're going to keep going with the Aquabats up with Yo, Check Out This Ride. It is currently 38 degrees out still, and it is 10:40. Oh, but look forward to it because on Thursday it's going to be 62 degrees, so everybody better put their shorts and their nice tops on. So, all right, keep on listening to 88.1 KDPS.
This is Misty at 88.1 Des Moines Central Station with Aaron. We are coming back with another weird story. There's a 61-year-old woman who gave birth to her granddaughter.
Yeah, I didn't know if I should ask she's how old or what when you started telling me about that, but yeah, that's very odd. She's 61 years old. Is she even able to have? Apparently, she is able to have babies. But
yeah, she did.
shouldn't you not be able to have a baby by that age? No offense to nobody that's 61 is listening. Just kidding.
No, I mean when at some point your body just quits having babies, like
yes,
that's what happens. In nature, genetically,
yeah, you get past the point where you don't reproduce anymore.
Right. So the deal is she was a surrogate mother for her daughter, so she's carrying her granddaughter.
Okay.
Right. And her daughter's 35 years old, and she has tried having a child for a couple of years and still failed. So they decided to go with in vitro fertilization to the mother, and the way she was able to have the baby, because she's postmenopausal, of course, she's 61 years old.
Right.
They had a lot of hormone supplements to, sort of make her capable of having a child. Which, why wouldn't you just try that with the 35-year-old? That seems like it would make a lot more sense.
Mm-hmm. And then you get to have your own daughter, and I don't know. It seems really, really odd that. I mean, it was in vitro. Right. Right.
So there's no awkward situations going on in the family.
Right. Nobody's babies are inside anybody's mothers, and nothing bad is going on there.
Right.
But it just sounds very funny.
I mean, like, imagine being this 60-year-old woman and going around being pregnant.
Oh,
and
yeah.
saying that you're carrying, first off, a baby in general, and then saying that you're carrying your granddaughter. That, like, I don't know if I would leave my house for the 9 months.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, not super weird. Well, yeah, it's weird.
No, it's just weird.
Okay, it's
Let's
super
just boil
weird.
it down to, it's just weird.
Yeah, if I saw a 60-year-old woman walking around that looked pregnant, I would probably just think she was big.
Yeah.
I mean,
someone had a little bit too much Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, exactly. But there's actually a bun in the oven, and that's crazy.
Yeah, and I mean, the family has stated to be overwhelmed with joy, even though that because they've had a successful birth, the baby is born.
Mm-hmm.
That just blows my mind. Yeah. I don't know if I would go to my mother for that. Maybe my sister. Maybe.
Yeah.
That still seems kind of weird. I think I would just go outside the family altogether.
Yeah, and just get somebody that wants to have a baby, or that. I mean, they have surrogate mothers systems where you hire somebody to carry the baby for you. Right.
And and that's all they do is they just carry the baby. They don't really have to do with anything.
I actually didn't even know there were people that were hired to do that.
Yeah, obviously you have to have a lot of money to do that.
It seems like a very sexist business to me.
But it's just, oh my God, carrying your granddaughter.
Yeah.
Holy cow. But, yep, they did it, and they're happy about it, and I really hope that child never finds out.
Oh, I know. That's what I was thinking.
I hope nobody took pictures. I hope that when the child asks how come there's no pregnant pictures of mommy, they're just like, oh, I got lost in a fire.
Yeah.
That's what I hope, because this child will...
We couldn't afford a camera.
Exactly. Something. Or I just, holy mackerel.
We spent all of our money hiring your grandmother to carry you around for 9 months.
Yeah.
So we didn't have money for cameras.
Sorry about that. Holy mackerel.
Awesome.
But they didn't say how the father felt about the whole thing. They totally left him out. So I'm curious as to why they would do that.
Could be another side of the story there. Yeah.
But that's just sweet mother jeez.
That is crazy. Crazy things happen.
What we've come to
all the time. You learn something new every day. 60-year-old women can have children.
Mm-hmm.
Not
35-year-old women.
Yeah, couldn't they have just flipped the operation around a little bit?
They didn't say. They just said that she tried for years, and I know people that have tried for years, and eventually that in vitro works.
Yeah.
But so I don't know why the hormones worked on a 61-year-old postmenopausal woman, but not on a 35-year-old woman.
What is with all the old people getting all the props lately?
I know.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome. This is Misty and Aaron for all your old people news.
And people
elderly
get paid
news.
too much for not doing anything.
Yes. And we like to think we're hilarious, so we would like to get paid for that, please. All right, well, keep on listening to 88.1 KDPS. Up next for you, I've got 4 Year Strong. Hey, everybody, you're listening to 88.1 KDPS, Des Moines Shuffle Station. That was Fleet Foxes with White Winter Hymnal. So, off of the kissing thing, I'll kind of go into this next little news story. Maybe this is a personal question, but have you ever had a hickey on your neck, Misty, that you didn't want to tell your parents, tell anybody about, so you kind of made up a lie about it?
I actually have. It's kind of bizarre. I don't actually bruise very easily.
Okay.
So I've never had a hickey. I've inflicted hickeys.
Okay. Okay. That's good. So did the person that you inflicted these hickeys on ever have to lie about where they came from?
No, the one that was probably the worst case scenario was his mom saw it and handed him a cold spoon. And she was like, here, use this. It was very awkward. They're a very Christian family.
Were you there?
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say that would be a little...
I never wanted to walk in there after that, but I appreciate his mom for being that awesome.
Yeah, because that's a little strange.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
But, well, anyways, back to less personal things. The story that we were going to bring up was... apparently a Twilight fan lied about bite marks on her neck, saying that she got attacked while she was jogging. She's 15 years old, keep in mind, and as it turns out, she is such an avid Twilight fan that she got those bite marks while role-playing with her boyfriend.
Mm-hmm, with her 19-year-old boyfriend.
With her 19-year-old boyfriend about Twilight. They were doing Twilight role-playing.
Yep. Oh, Florida.
And...
so she, they got discovered, and she told her mom that she was attacked while she was jogging, and of course there was an investigation that followed. Right,
because when you report that you were attacked while you're jogging...
Generally, it's good to tell the police.
Right.
And, the report and the findings came to nothing, so she had to confess that she had engaged in fantasy biting, which just sounds all kinds of weird. And it's a 15-year-old.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I know most of our listeners here at Grandview are like 18 to 21, 23, something like that. But I mean, 15?
Yeah.
15?
And Twilight?
I know.
It couldn't have been Harry Potter or anything decently cooler than that. I mean, I personally have a thing against Twilight, but I do too. Yeah.
We're on Bias Radio right now.
That's almost as weird as it was over the summer. I don't know if you ever heard about it, but when they do the midnight showings for movies and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
They had one at Winsong, and they also had somebody there marrying couples at the midnight showing.
Why?
If you love Twilight that much, you could get married, because apparently in that movie, the pretty guy and Bella get married.
Is it the shiny one?
Yes, the shiny one. The shiny vampire and Bella get married. And so I guess you can or you could get married there. But think about all of the people wearing, like, Edward and Jacob shirts getting married.
Oh, God.
I
Why?
mean,
Why?
If my parents ever told me that, I mean,
for this particular story, because it was a 15-year-old, that's who the book is designed to go to.
right.
Young adults.
Mm-hmm.
Who the hell is getting married?
I know.
Yeah, like, who's getting married over Twilight movies? Like, what? Oh, boy.
Yeah, not something I would do. There's things in my life that, that I could regret, but that would definitely be one thing that I would always regret. That's very strange.
And moral of the story is just admit that you got a hickey instead of...
Exactly, because then you don't get charged with things, and, I guess that would just make your vampire role-playing a little better.
Making false reports is an offense.
That's a big no-no, everybody.
You can't just get away with that. Although the 19-year-old has not had any charges filed against him, which, lucky him.
Yeah, creep. Anyway.
Oh, this is so awkward.
And he was into it too, so that's a little weird.
Oh, God.
So... All right. Well, since we ended that on a little awkward note, we're going to go into Andrew Bird coming up next. Keep on listening to 88.1 KDPS.
Oh, shoot. This is 88.1. This is Misty and Aaron, Des Moines Shuffle Station. Sorry, I was actually sort of sitting here staring at a news story for a while. There's a cabbie that returns $75,000 worth in jewels. I mean, if you stumbled across a bag...
Mm-hmm.
Of jewelry worth, just in general, bag of jewelry is obviously worth lots of money. Some photos and almost $230 in cash. Would you return it?
I'm not sure. I mean, I guess I wouldn't know what to do with it. So it was a cabbie that found it?
Yeah, it was in his cab.
Okay.
It was left in his cab. And I've had a few experiences in a cab.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know many people in Des Moines have. We don't really have too many of those. But, if you lose something, consider it gone. I've tried calling them. I've tried giving them the cab number. Just consider it gone.
It's just,
It's gone. And I know plenty of other people who've had this experience. This cabbie found a bag that contains lots of jewelry, photos, and $230 in cash, and he returned it to the owner.
How nice of him. And
the jewelry was worth $75,000.
I cannot guarantee I would do the same thing. I mean, selling it back, I guess I wouldn't know necessarily how much it was. I would just know it was a lot.
And this was in New York.
A nice cabbie in New York.
In New York. Yeah, so he found it, and he says he returned it to the owner saying, "Sir, this property does not belong to me, and it's my duty to return it." It's like, how awesome is that? And the owners of the lost property wanted to throw a dinner in his honor.
Right.
I don't really know how that would work.
Yeah. We're going to throw a party just for you, cabbie.
Yeah. But they decided they wanted to throw a dinner in his honor, and he declined because there would be alcohol served, and it's against his religion to drink alcohol. So he had to decline that, and he refused any other sort of reward for returning the lost goods.
That's crazy.
Eventually, he settled on taking $1,000. Only
$1,000. Wow. Yeah, I would almost think that he could have said no alcohol.
Yeah, and then just had the dinner.
Yeah. Oh, I would love for somebody to throw a dinner party for me.
Who would come?
Who would come to mine or to this
No,
cabbie?
I'm just saying in general. Just like, hey, guess what? I found a lot of money and jewelry, and I returned it, so come to my party.
Yeah, they're throwing a party for me because that was nice.
How does that work?
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, he refused everything, and then eventually decided that he would be willing to accept $1,000 reward.
That's crazy that he had to bargain down his prize.
In New York.
Wow.
All that, it's one person doing a good, talk about pay it forward, one person does a good gesture.
Yep.
And then the guy wants to do something even greater.
Yeah.
And he's like, please just take something as a thank you. It's just ridiculous.
It's like pay it forward just a little slower.
Yeah.
But yeah, wow.
Has to go in a circle first.
Yeah, that is crazy. People making good money for doing nice things, and then people making money for doing stupid things, like we've been talking about almost all night. I used to work at Dolls when I was 14. I remember I bagged groceries, and I guess I would consider myself good at it, but not good enough to, well, I wouldn't think there was a competition in the first place for sacking groceries, but apparently there is, and a woman won $10,000
$10,000
for being the best grocery sacker.
In the nation.
Ooh, in the nation.
Don't play it down.
Wow.
She beat 21 other competitors. This occurs in Las Vegas, Nevada, of course, as any other competition should.
Right.
And she was being judged by her ability to bag grocery staples, including bread, eggs, milk, canned goods, their bag building technique, weight distribution style, attitude, and appearance.
Wow.
And you get $10,000 for that.
Yeah, it's like playing Tetris with eggs. That's crazy. That's awesome, though.
But she's worked 8 years for a supermarket, and obviously it's paid off for her. $10,000 for bagging groceries.
Yeah.
Can I get $10,000 for bagging my own groceries?
Yeah, I know. Talk about a good day. Wow.
That is ridiculous. That's like my life goal, is I want to get a ridiculous sum of money for not doing very much.
Well, what are you good at that nobody else is good at that's kind of stupid?
I've worked on that. I don't really know. Maybe jigsaw puzzles. I'm really good at jigsaw puzzles.
Jigsaw puzzles? Okay.
So I'm going to try and find a national competition of jigsaw puzzles.
I'm sure there's one out there.
There has to be. If there's for bagging groceries.
But then it's like, are you going to get into it, and are you as good as you really think you are? Because there are probably some people that are scary good at jigsaw puzzles.
Probably. Just like there's somebody very scary good at bagging groceries.
Yep, at bagging groceries and returning gifts. Wow.
Holy cow, $10,000. Why are all these people getting ridiculous amounts of money? Okay.
I don't know.
I've had my fill.
Yeah, sorry, we're upset because we're not making any money whatsoever.
I do a lot of dumb things every day. I don't get paid for it.
Yeah, me too. I feel like I do something dumb as soon as I wake up.
Yep.
And waking up sometimes is the dumb thing that I do. All right, we'll keep on listening to 88.1 KDPS. The weather has changed to 36 degrees. It's just getting a little chillier.
Holy cow.
All right, up next for you, I've got Panic at the Disco with Northern Downpour.
We're back on 88.1 Des Moines Shuffle Station with Misty and Aaron. We were just busting up over. It's been airing for a while between two friends with Zach Galifianakis on funnyordie.com, but he's got a couple few. Yeah, I said that. It's almost midnight, all right?
Couple few new videos.
Yes. He's got a few new videos up, one with Tila Tequila and Jennifer Aniston, and I mean, they're all hysterical.
It's hilarious.
Watch
yeah, that's why it took us a second to compose ourselves. We apologize. It's really uncomfortable. It's basically Zach Galifianakis making everybody feel really, really awkward, and he does a fantastic job of it.
Who else could be better at making people feel awkward?
Absolutely nobody. But I think I like that about it. I can't tell if he's like that all the time, or if, I mean, you know how some characters have, like, their personality, like, the entire time. Michael Cera and stuff like that.
With this show, you definitely get the feeling that he's like this all the time.
Yeah.
But it's literally just him and a guest in between two ferns. That's about it. Just talking and Mr. Galifianakis being as awkward as possible.
Yeah. Right now we're looking at the screen right now, and it's just a pause, and the two guests, Jennifer and Tila, are turned looking away from him, just very, very uncomfortably. So we always like to end with a video that you should check out if you're up late at night. So definitely go check this one out. But we will be signing off for the night. Oh.
I have one more, just because I was staring at it for so long. I had a friend mention this. If you go to YouTube and put in rehearsal, and you probably need to put in a tag for Pikachu on this, you will get way back. When Pokemon first came out, there was a Pikachu that you could put on your hand, and they would say, Pika. And somebody hooked up a bunch of stuff to it and made a mix, and then set it to the Pikachu. So they're lighting up and making the Pikachu noise to the It's just awesome.
It is really awesome. And we both discovered that we both had those when we were little.
Yes.
But Misty still has hers in the box.
I do.
So
I really do.
Apparently she
I don't
thinks
know
it's
why.
going to be worth some money someday. That's something stupid that you do that could get you money.
Yes!
You keep Pikachu in a box, and it's going to be worth something eventually.
Sweet!
Maybe 10,000, maybe 75,000.
Totally going to another convention.
All right, well, it's getting a little late. It is 11:54 right now. We are signing off. Still 36 degrees. Supposed to be 62 on Thursday, so get ready for that. Up next for you, we've got another try with Josh Turner, so keep on listening to 88.1 KDPS. You're listening to 88.1 KDPS, Des Moines Shuffle Station. We are having a little bit of difficulties. Misty was just trying to grab the microphone, and it
fell off.
So just bear with us for a minute.
Right now,
I'm going to work on telling you a little bit of a story.
Instruction.
So if you were on the streets and you found a diamond ring, and not even necessarily found, but if you got a diamond ring by accident or something like that, would you try and find out whose it was, or like if you saw somebody drop it, would you try and get it back to them? Well, apparently a homeless man in Michigan was handed a pile of change by a woman who also dropped her ring. Are you okay? Are you better?
I'm okay. I like that somebody got handled a pile of change.
Okay. Misty's
not
back.
a handful.
Okay, she's surprised.
A pile.
But
sorry if I just blew up somebody's ears. I heard that. It hurt.
Anyways, he got handed a pile of change, and in it was a gold ring laced with diamonds, and he is actually going out of his way to try and find this woman. He says he could recognize her if he saw her.
And he also quickly dismissed the plan of pawning the ring. He just keeps it in a lockbox.
Which I thought that was really nice.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I wonder if they got the story because he reported it. They didn't say that. They just said that he's looking for the woman.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, so
he told somebody.
Yeah, he did. Well, and he's homeless, so I feel like he probably went to authorities of some sort, but I don't know. If I was homeless, I can't guarantee I would do the same, but he appreciated the fact, I guess, that she worked for it. And, you know, obviously it could symbolize something between... Is it a wedding ring, or was it just... I don't know if it said if it was a wedding ring or not, but...
No, it's just a gold ring laced with diamonds.
Well...
I mean, could you imagine just dropping that off and not knowing what you did with it?
That's true. I mean, why was it in her pocket with all of her...
Or
change,
a car. It says he hangs out on an intersection, so you know maybe.
Oh, okay.
But
maybe it came off or something. Yeah.
Still.
Huh.
But he's lived on the same corner for nearly 2 years, and he just has nothing but in his heart to give back to this woman. So if somebody's listening in Michigan, tell her to go back.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's kind of a really awesome story. It reminds us of a couple of the other two that we talked about, where like the cabbie gave back a ton of money and, you know, turned down a reward.
That's the one I was thinking of, yeah.
And it's kind of cool to hear these things, you know.
Yeah, it gives you hope.
Lots of hope.
For people, you know. It kind of sucks that the people who are the kindest seem to be like the downtrodden ones, you know? I mean, not that cab drivers are downtrodden by any means. I'm just saying,
I don't know, dude.
You know, a cabbie
My dad was a cab driver
turning
once.
down $75,000, that's a lot of money. And being homeless, being able to pawn a diamond ring.
Yeah.
But that just gives you... That represents humanity itself.
Yep. So starting it off on an upbeat. Now to something weird. In the UK, they have recalled an ice cream, or stopped the selling of an ice cream, that contains human breast milk. It's being marketed as Baby Gaga. Would you want to eat ice cream that came from breast milk?
I don't care whose it is. It could be the Virgin Mary's. I'm not eating ice cream with breast milk in it. No.
I just you know, like I was telling you, and I don't know how well this will go over with some of the listeners, but my stepmom's the kind of person who thinks about you know, who was the first person to think of taking milk from a cow and drinking that, or from a goat and drinking that, and how was that a good idea to them, and why do we continue to do that, considering that's breast milk from a cow? And so she's like, you know, I'd be more comfortable taking it from another woman. I'm like, I don't really care. I'm not comfortable with it at all. I don't really drink dairy to begin with, because it's just, oh boy. But no, they said that this dessert is completely safe. The people that created it, they're saying it's completely safe. Everybody's been tested for diseases and whatnot, because, you know, hepatitis and you know, other diseases of that nature can be spread through breast milk. So that's the reason that they've pulled it off. The government officials have pulled it off in London, is because they're saying that it's unsafe, even though the people who are making it saying that everybody's tested and it's totally fine. And they've actually pulled even more donations, anticipating that they can make this ice cream again.
Wow.
Which is just, scary.
Yeah, that is a little scary. I mean, I've seen my fair share. I mean, there's like gross jelly beans, you know, like the Harry Potter ones and everything, but yeah, it also comes in a martini glass, if that makes it sound any more appetizing to anybody.
Not a Sunday dish, a martini glass. Yep.
Okay.
Let's put this visual out there. Not a Sunday dish, a martini glass. And it sells in London for £14, which is about $22.50 a piece.
Yikes.
Holy cow. Or not. Did not intend on
I was
that.
gonna say,
Sorry about that.
I was trying to make a joke out of that, but then it might have been sexist or something, so I really didn't want to go there.
But yeah, so Baby Gaga. That's this and homeless men giving back rings. I don't know if this means we're in a good
Yeah, that's true.
Step forward or not.
We did throw in 2 weird stories, so
Yep.
It's like, where are we in this time? All right, well, keep on listening to 88.1 KDPS. Up next for you, I've got AFI with Miss Murder. That was Bright Eyes with We Are Nowhere, and it's now. You're listening to 88.1 KDPS, Des Moines Shuffle Station. This is Aaron and Misty. If you were listening last week, you might have remembered that we talked about a woman beating her roommate because she ate her Thin Mints. And so I thought it was interesting that, like, the things that people would beat people up for, but I found a story that makes me interested in what people beat people up with. Police arrested a woman who they say hit her husband over the head with a 200-year-old musical instrument. And this 200-year-old instrument is called a tar, which is an Iranian instrument similar to a guitar. Tar, is that right? I don't know. If
as far as I've heard it pronounced, yes.
Okay.
But that may be wrong.
Okay.
I was raised in a Middle Eastern household, and sometimes my dad doesn't say things right.
Okay. Well, I was just making sure. Well,
I think it's right.
The husband reported the tar was worth $10,000. And I'm not really sure why this confrontation happened, but it says that there was no visible injuries to him, and he wasn't seriously hurt or anything. So, kind of a little more chilled out story than the Thin Mints one. But
still, that's a worth having piece of history, and just smack somebody with it.
Yeah. No doubt.
I'm a music major, so hearing things like this, I'm just like, what?
Yeah. Especially 200 years old. It's like.
It's just,
oh my gosh, what's the violin? I can't think of the violins. Like the really nice ones. Stradivarius.
Okay.
Right? Yeah?
Okay, yes.
Okay. Anyways, sorry. But if you heard anything in the news or were listening to us when we talked about this piano that was left in the sandbar, Misty actually found a little more information about that.
Oh, yes. So, continuing with the musical instruments, in Miami about 2-3 weeks ago, there was a baby grand piano that was put on the highest point of a sandbar in the middle of a bay. And everybody was sort of saying it was either a prank or it
fell off a ship.
Exactly.
Or something like that,
there's got to be some sort of rhyme or reason. And a kid came forward, a 16-year-old kid came forward, Nicholas Harrington, who actually happens to be the son of the producer, Harrington. The son put the piano on the sandbar as sort of a way to make an artistic statement. And he was hoping to stay anonymous, completely anonymous, until a bunch of imposters started coming forward and claiming the fame and the glory for it.
Oh.
And he was like, no, I can't have that happen to my art. So then he came forward, and he has a video of actually doing this. And the piano was a movie prop that was stored in his grandmother's garage forever.
Okay. Did it say how he got it out there then?
It was him. It was him and like 2 or 3 other people. They took it on a 22-foot boat, so a relatively big boat.
Okay.
And took it out to the bay, and they just left it there. They didn't say exactly how they did it, but we knew it was an old movie prop, so it may not have been all the bits and pieces inside.
Right.
So it may not have been as heavy as needed to be.
I guess I never thought of that.
But it's heavy enough to stay there. You know what I mean? So yeah, he said that he completely forgot about the whole ordeal, that he even did it in the first place, until it started coming up in the news. And then he started to remember that he did it. He actually had hoped to not reveal this to anybody, like I said, he stayed anonymous, except for the college that he was applying for. He was hoping to use it as like a way of saying, I'm an artist, look what I did.
Yeah. And with everybody else claiming it, you kind of want to get out there.
But he at least videotaped it, so we know for sure he did it.
Yeah.
He did it.
That's awesome.
And it was to tip his hat to another artist who went around Florida, artist Cristo, who did in the 1980s. He draped 11 small islands in the same bay with hot pink fabric. So he sort of did it as a tip to to an artist that inspired him. So it's kind of good to have some closure on that. They still haven't moved the piano.
It's cool to stay anonymous, but you know, the world that we live in, not everybody took it with that impact.
Right.
You know, everybody's like, "Whoa, what the hell is this piano doing?"
Yeah, they don't see it as art.
Yeah, exactly.
Although you did actually mention that it looks kind of it
did look like propped almost. It looked staged because, I mean, perfect sandbar. What are the chances it's right there? Why wasn't it just sticking out of the ground or something like that? But
so good call on that, and good call on saying that it looks like some sort of irony of like what man leaves on.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly, like our mark on the world. That's awesome.
But he's stressing it's not a prank. It's an art. It's an art idea. He said it's more of a movement. That's a quote. And you know, he hopes to use this as a way to get into the college that he wants. And I can't believe a 16-year-old.
Very cool.
Did this, but
hey,
you know.
Thinking about life already.
and they said that they plan on getting the piano because nobody else wants to move it.
Well, that's fair. I mean, why make everybody else do it? You already did it once. You can do it again.
Right.
All right. Well, keep on listening to 88.1 KDPS. Up next for you, I've got Carbon Leaf with Let Your Troubles Roll By. 88.1 KDPS, that was the Ready Set with Giants. So we've been looking around on a couple of websites. And actually, I was going to ask you, did you stumble upon this?
I did. I did. We don't really want to talk about news right now. I just want to interrupt and just say that. Like,
I wasn't.
No, I'm just saying
Okay.
for the listeners. I feel like I'm playing a game of speed dating, and all I'm doing is talking at the listeners. So hi, I'm Misty. So there on Facebook, I saw a couple posts of yourscenesucks.com. And it's pretty much a website dedicating to making the key features of a person in a particular scene, like a hipster or, you know, a rockabilly or, you know, things like that. And he's got plenty on here. I don't see a hippie, so I'm questioning.
Yeah, it's like they missed a couple scenes, maybe.
And it almost seems like they did it on purpose, because they've got some obscure ones on here for more towards punk and that sort of area, and I'm like, no, let's get over to the hippies. But that's just me trying to defend myself. So anyway, I mean, you've got the Nintendo Core on here.
Honestly, I'd never heard of Nintendo Core until you brought that in.
I mean, like, so the Nintendo nerd, where it's like classic is it. You know, and it's pretty dead on to the way that they describe the person, to the playlist. The playlist is like the best part. You know, they have the Apple Store Indie, which looks like probably anybody who's a hipster nowadays. You know, you've got the straight bangs, you've got the Buddy Holly type glasses, you got the kipya scarf, which is the Middle Eastern one that people have found a trend in. I find a little offensive, but people have found a trend in that. You got the oversized belt, the flannel dress, you know, leggings, fringe boots. So you get the idea of who this person is, and of course they like Passion Pit, Vampire Weekend, Tokyo Police Club, rah rah right. And you know, it goes even into the typical MySpace person, which I love, because all she's doing is she's wearing a beater and some briefs. And doing the, you know,
doing that
hair flick to
MySpace
the state. Yep.
Picture. Yeah. Yep. I'm surprised Duckface wasn't in that.
And the whole description is perfect. The person who posted this, though, on Facebook, I just wanted to look at her and be like, you totally fit into one of these scenes. I fit into like 3 or 4 of these.
Yeah.
The first person I go to is a rude boy, because I am all about ska music. I love ska music.
Okay.
I have this skanking Rude Girl, so I have the Beat Girl tattooed on my back, because I didn't want Skanking Rudy like everybody else, but I still needed something that's similar like Scott. Plus, I'm a female, so I went Beat Girl. But dude, it matches. Hawaiian shirt, checkered necktie, Operation Ivy, striped pants, 2-tone belt, and then of course Rude Boy tattoo at the bottom with some checkered Vans. It's like you could go into any Real Big Fish show.
Yeah.
You'll see this running rampant. It's perfect. It's definitely perfect. You get even Big D and the kids table on there, Streetlight Manifesto,
Found
Mustard
music
Plug.
industry.
It's it's down to a science, this thing. But
P.S. I noticed the Mustard Plug sticker on your car when I was walking in.
I love Mustard Plug. But it's, you know, so he's got, let's see, at least 36 different scenes on here. You know, and of course he's missing a few.
Right.
And I can identify myself with the rockabilly. I do have that part of my closet, and I do like to dress like that, just sometimes it's really uncomfortable. I definitely identify with the ska. I've been a part of that culture for a really long time. You know, some part of the hipsters just because it is more comfortable clothing. The steampunk culture, which I find absolutely fascinating, which we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
And then you've got so much of this going on, and I'm just like, who does not fall into one of these categories? And
yeah, I mean, everybody can categorize themselves somehow by some kind of scene or several scenes. I mean, and like you were saying earlier, it's kind of people's fallback way of, I don't know, they get all the stereotypes down. Like,
yeah,
that's who they are for themselves.
Yeah.
And they have to be the stereotype, but it's cool that you can, like, range out, find yourself in a couple different areas.
Yeah, and it's, I think the whole point of this, and the thing that people need to get, that, of people that find themselves in a scene, because Big D and the Kids Table has a lot of songs against scenesters, and
right.
They're some of my favorite songs. And they mostly go to, they mostly go directed towards people who are saying they heard it first. They went to all these shows before people knew them.
Mm-hmm.
First CD was better. All that sort of stuff that comes out of people's mouth that you just want to be like, no, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And you're probably lying.
I feel you.
So I think that's where this thing is really trying to go to, is not necessarily that, like, if you're a rude boy, that you need to get over it because third way ska is over, which is not, but, or like a gutter punk or, rockabilly or anything like that. So it's more that you find this niche so hard that you can actually be detailed like these people that he's drawn out, and it's to a science. You should check out this site. It's yourscenesucks.com.
Yeah, basically you got to check it out because we can only describe so much of what's actually going on, but
the steampunk culture, which is a newer thing.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, they do it in more of the bigger cities like New York or LA, things like that. So the steampunk culture is oh my goodness, like Sherlock Holmes, things like that.
Yeah.
Where like, all these really crazy inventions are being made, but it's still 19th century Victorian everything.
Right.
And I find it absolutely fascinating. I am in love with it. I see these costumes and I'm just like, how do you commit to that? It's even more extravagant.
I know,
than
that's what I want to
rockabilly.
be for Halloween, is that picture.
Seriously, this guy has just contraptions everywhere on top of the fact he's got a bow tie and like a 3-piece suit on.
Right.
And a coat. On top of all that. It's just, he's got goggles and a mechanical monocle on, and it's, and then a real monocle to the side of that. So it's just, there's just so much. I am completely fascinated by the steampunk culture because it's, to really take that whole fantasy of Sherlock Holmes and the inventions that he created, and just indulging in that world of being like sci-fi and old-fashioned at the same time. It's just so bizarre. I am 100% fascinated with it. Yeah. But so that's enough talking for a while. We'll definitely come back.
Now we know a little bit about Misty. All right. Well, up next for you, I'm going to leave you with Will Smith with Getting Jiggy With It. Keep on listening to 88.1 KDPS. 88.1 KDPS Des Moines Shuffle Station. That was De La Soul with Me, Myself, and I. So, Misty and I are both servers at different restaurants, and this was just something that I felt like I had to kind of get out a little bit. And Misty noted that we're not talking about news anymore, so we're just kind of saying what we feel. So I work at the Iowa Machine Shed. I love the restaurant. It's awesome. I love the people there, everything like that. If you work in a restaurant, all restaurants are, for the most part, kind of similar. The people are a little weird, and everybody kind of, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Everybody doesn't like serving all the time, but I think the reason that is because certain people make you really angry, and working at a restaurant, I've learned to dislike a lot of people, and I think it's because of, one, the way that they treat you. Not everybody treats me badly by any means, but some people have, and then I get really offended when people walk out without paying, and I don't know if you've ever had that happen, but I
think it's only happened one time to me. outside of this one restaurant that I worked at, I've worked at like coffee shops.
Okay.
So if anybody has walked out, I haven't noticed because usually I try to take their money before giving them anything.
Right,
but
and that's like what the setup of the machine shed. Well, we're changing our ways, by the way. So I'm not giving away any secrets to walking out without food because we are watching a lot more lately. But somebody walked out the other day because the machine shed is set up where we give you the check and there's that big joyous gift shop up front, so you can go and look through all that stuff before you actually pay and leave. And so a lot of people on busy days just go up there and walk around with everybody and then think it's cute to just kind of walk out without paying because they can just go up there and dilly-dally and leave. And so people do that, and then sometimes they will leave you a tip thinking that justifies paying for their meal, like, oh, well, at least I tipped the waiter. And then others just flat out don't. And
oh my God.
I mean, I don't know how you sleep at night, really, but
yeah.
I mean, I hate that people can just do that. I mean, I have never walked out of any restaurant, mostly because, especially working at a restaurant for 4 years, I feel for the people who work there.
Yeah.
And I always give good tips because you never know what's going on with any of those waiters. I mean, they could have an off day, and maybe that's why something went wrong. But, be patient with those people, and have you ever heard don't bite the hand that feeds? Like, don't mess with people in restaurants, because I don't do anything to food. People at my restaurant don't do anything to food, but you never know, and you don't know any of those people, so why would you be rude to anybody like that?
You don't want to set the wrong person off.
Exactly, because the wrong person on a wrong day could do something that you really don't like.
And they won't care that they lose their job over it.
No.
So, with that, I like to remind people that, one, don't go out to eat if you can't afford it, and you can't afford a 20% tip. That's, like, a general rule. I have my own way of tipping just because I have my own standards with it. But, and then on top of that, customer service can come from the customer.
Right.
100%. I've been doing customer service for about 6 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And if I have somebody who's driving me absolutely up the wall, there comes a point where I'm not going to be exactly the nicest person ever before. There'll still be a smile, but you won't like what's going on.
Right. And that's good to be able to be, sarcastic back with them, because there's only a certain point that you and I should both have to tolerate.
Exactly.
I mean, any server, any person, know.
The thing that really drives me nuts is how people they look at people who work in retail or people who work in servicing as these are all temporary jobs, because these are jobs that people aren't supposed to do for the rest of their lives. So it's seen as a job of lesser value. Mm-hmm. So this job that is a subpar job to society standards, on top of the fact I'm not getting paid very much, and then you come in and expect me to be able to take anything thrown in my face. It's just, look at who you're treating, look at how you're judging them.
Yeah.
And it's just, holy cow, man.
Look at the work that we put into things. Like, if you want me to go get something for you, don't whistle at me, because I will probably just pretend I didn't hear you, first of all.
I do that too.
I'm not. I'm not gonna listen to you.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's not my name.
Don't shake your glass at me. I can hear the ice jingling in it.
So what's on that? So let's bring it back around to a positive note. What's your best experience you've had serving?
My best experience I've had serving. Well, the thing I think I love the most about the machine shed is when you quit, you get a pie in the face.
What?
Yeah. When the day that you quit, there's a lady that works there named Stacy. I love her to death. She always makes a really nasty pie with a bunch of food inside of it, and then when you're out in the parking lot, you get the pie in the face. And you can try and get away, but trust me, you won't. And since I have worked there for so long, we have made a system so that nobody gets away. Because one girl thought she was getting away one day, and granted, I paid for cleaning some of the inside of her car, but she was so sure she was going to get away. She snuck out the bar door. She parked right next to the bar so she would get in. Little did she know I had her keys at one point in the night, and so I got in, gave her keys back, and when she thought she got away, my pie went over her seat and pulled back into her face.
Oh my God!
Because they think they can get away.
That's horrible.
No, but it's awesome. It's what makes the machine shed awesome. And I mean, with overalls, I have to wear overalls, by the way, if nobody's ever been to the machine shed.
And that's why you tip.
Yes. Yeah. The overalls were not given to me by the company, just so you know. I had to go out and buy those. And shopping for overalls is almost as embarrassing as wearing them, especially when you're like 20 years old.
Oh my god.
But yeah, the pie in the face is definitely a plus. And there is a woman there named Jewel who's been working there for almost 20 years since the day it opened. And I have a theory that the reason she has not quit is because she's afraid of getting a pie in the face.
I would just run away one day.
Yeah?
I would just disappear.
We have had people who just quit without saying anything, which I think is, well, it's a bad idea, but it's the safest idea if you don't want to get a pie.
Right, but you lose the reference, of course.
Yep.
So, you've been there for 4 years, you said?
Yeah.
In my experience, like, I've lived in Des Moines for 4 years, and I've had multiple jobs. I cannot work only one job to save my life. I am a workaholic.
Yeah.
So for me, it's always great to, like, I work at a coffee shop downtown.
Okay.
I also work at a video game store in the Jordan Creek Mall, and also on the East Village, so the other side of downtown, I work at a restaurant, right? And I have had a couple of customers who, by the time they see me in the third place, they're like, "Do you have a twin?" I'm like, no, it's really just me. I work everywhere. And they get so excited that they know somebody in 3 different places. Like, I don't know, it's like they're all of a sudden like, "Yes, I'm your customer." They get
That's
so
awesome.
And it's just like, I even had one couple say that they had just moved to Des Moines and they were so happy to see somebody that they knew in places they went to a lot.
That's awesome.
Even though I haven't done more than serve them their coffee, but they were the sweet. I got excited whenever they came in too.
So was it you saw them at the coffee place and the restaurant then? I'm assuming.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. But
I didn't know if the couple would come into the video game store.
I think her husband has.
Okay.
But even the other day, I had somebody who I was serving, and halfway through the meal, this is a different couple. The husband looks at me and he's like, "Do you work somewhere else?" I'm like, "Yes." And it was like he looked around like it was something really awkward. He shouldn't be asking me. He's like, "Do you work in the Jordan Creek Mall?" And I'm like, "Yes, I work at GameStop. I saw you the other day." And he was like, "Yes, I got it." Like,
that's awesome. Like he won something.
Yeah. Like, do you have any of that happen to you or no? I mean, at your place, like they're just like, "Oh, you're here all the time," or?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I have regulars.
Right.
So people come in and there's people who request me, and like I remember certain people and what they like. So if I see somebody sit down and I know what they get all the time, I just ring all of their food in already. I mean, if it's wrong, if it's not what they want, I'll change it. But for the most part, I have people like that. And then I just have people who want to take pictures with me because I'm wearing overalls.
Oh,
to show people back home what Iowans dress like.
Oh, no.
I'm like, wait, let me go get to my car and change my clothes really quick.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. So, in short, always tip your servers, for sure.
Please.
Most of them make the federal, or at least in Iowa, we make the Iowa minimum wage for serving, which is below what you would think.
Yeah.
It is nothing.
No, it's...
Yeah, the reason we do it is for tips. So
it's lower than regular minimum wage.
Yes.
So it's,
almost
we
half.
get that with their assumption that we're going to make the other money in tips. So just be kind and, don't complain about like slow service if the room is obviously full.
Right.
Anyways, we're done with our rant. We are so done with our rant. Okay. Keep on listening to 88.1 KDPS. Up next for you is The U. Hey everybody, that was Space Hog with In the Meantime. You're listening to 88.1 KDPS with Aaron and Misty, Des Moines Shuffle Station. So, we all know the organization MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving. But have you all heard anything about this woman who she's the president, right?
Former president now.
Okay, but she was arrested for DUI?
5 DUIs.
For 5 DUIs.
She was arrested, obviously multiple times. But now she's a former president after her 5th one. This is the former president of MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving. 5 DUIs, and then they made her step down. That's
after
outrageous.
5.
That's outrageous.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Completely outrageous.
You would think she'd be gone after the first one.
Yeah.
Wow. I can't.
I think the even more amazing part of this was that she blew 2.34, which is almost 3 times the legal limit in Florida for drinking and driving.
Wow.
So it's just like, what?
We should really start having like a news night where we tell either things that give humanity hope or things that are throwing us downhill, because we kind of threw in a lot tonight with all of that. But Yeah, that's absolutely ridiculous.
Yep. So it's like, I'm all for, not judging others when I have my own faults, but holy cow, man, you're backing a fight against people who are drinking and driving, and you get caught doing it 5 times.
Yeah.
Like, they say if you get a DUI just the first time, it means you might have an alcohol problem. So after the first time, especially being the president of this,
yeah, really,
probably would have looked into something.
Like, oh, looks like a problem. You're out. I'm sorry.
5 times.
Oh wait, never mind. We'll let you in. We can have one more.
Yeah, and that shouldn't have happened, especially for such a organization.
And it's like, I mean, you're the president of an organization like this. It's time to grow up and be responsible.
Right. Especially since you're telling that to other people.
Yeah, and regardless of if she was in charge of this at all, everybody should be responsible with their driving. Just
5 times is I thought there was a 3-strike rule with this, not a 5 times rule.
Yeah.
So that's a little outrageous, especially when you're 3 times the legal limit.
Yeah. Oh, she's mad. She didn't mean it.
Whoopsie.
All right. Keep on listening to 88.1 KDPS. Up next for you, I've got Elton John with Tiny Dancer. That was the Beatles with Here Comes the Sun. You're listening to 88.1 KDPS. It is currently 11:57. It is 25 degrees outside. It is about time for Misty and I to go. Misty is very tired.
I am very tired.
As she's expressed several times in the show.
I am so tired.
She needs to go to sleep.
I really do.
But we would like to leave you with another video, like we always do. Go ahead on that.
Can we cue this up or no? Do you think that
the video right there?
Yeah.
We could.
Okay, so while we're figuring that out, let me actually go to something else first. If you go to cracked.com, you can type in 5 amazing things invented by Donald Duck. Seriously. And that's the title of the article. The first one is the best one, in my opinion. That it basically shows how Scrooge McDuck, there was a comic book, a 24-page comic book, that pretty much almost frame by frame, they pulled it apart, and the main plots of Inception are all in that one issue.
Yeah.
It's like down to like the kicks, to the fact that they got to go into Scrooge's brain and somebody's got to go in after him to try and get them out, and somebody else is going in to get information. It's he's even got a girlfriend he's got trapped in his brain.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was looking at all the panels, and like they almost read just like the movie itself does. It's crazy. It's
so cool. So go to cracked.com and look up 5 amazing things Donald Duck did first, I believe is what it says. It goes into a few other things like anime and The Lion King and Raiders of the Lost Ark, I think. But the Inception one is the most jaw-dropping one of how parallel it can be. So if you first go see the movie and then read that.
But what we are going to leave you with is, well, okay, you explain this one, because...
So before I was talking about steampunk and how much it fascinates me, some product out of steampunk, music-wise, that has come up is called chap hop.
Interesting.
It is interesting. You really have to hear it to sort of get the idea of what I'm trying to say. It's like a 19th century Victorian English person rapping, and I like I said, I'm completely fascinated by this culture, and I am in love with chap hop. I think it's amazing. So hopefully we've got this queued up for you, and it'll be ready to go.
Oh yeah, it looks like
we can give you a little bit of a taste of it.
It's all loaded, so just enjoy this, and then up next, the rest of the radio is going to play out for you through the entire night. So keep on listening to 88.1 KDPS.